Simon, can you hear me?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Sure can. All right, everybody. We are joined by head women's soccer coach Simon Redioff following today's 4-3 victory over Stony Brook. Coach, if you could just open up a statement on today's game.
It's college soccer. We're back. It was a typical game where two teams had been out for so long, a little bit of rustiness. We knew with Toby and Stony Brook they were going to be very organised and hardworking, and they're a talented team. So to get the win is we're really happy with it because we knew we were gonna battle all day for this game.
Questions for Coach? Please use the raise hand function if you have a question for Coach, and I will call on you. Okay, first question for Ryan.
Coach, Ryan Gidio, WRHU. You got to face off against an old colleague of yours in Toby Bischoff. Obviously was with the program for past 8 years and 4 years as an associate head coach. What was it like facing off against him for now the second straight season?
First game back, it's not what you want. I'm really good friends with Toby. We still talk every week. I think he's a fantastic coach, and I think he's doing a fantastic job at Stony Brook, which is a bit nerve-wracking, obviously, because you never want to lose to a former employee, but he's running a class organisation. He's doing a fantastic job, and that probably adds to the nerves that I know we're going to be up for a battle. I know he's going to get them prepared to give us trouble, and that's exactly what they did.
Mike, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Mike Santori from the Hofstra Chronicle. We saw a bit of an off day for Skylar Kuzmich in the goal. She only had one save. She allowed three goals in. Is this a game that you sort of chalk up to, rest, as you said earlier, or, how do you really assess a game like this for Kuzmich going forward?
Yeah, she hasn't played a proper game in 15 months. It's especially as a goalkeeper when you're trying to figure out the distance and behind our back four, how much you should be coming out, when should you be staying on the line, and so forth. The first goal was a tremendous finish from Stony Brook. The counter-attack from a midfield mistake, and she had no chance of stopping that. The second one was a deep free kick which got flicked on, which again, it's probably a little bit unfair to call Skylar for that mistake. I thought the defenders, the back four, should have dealt with that long ball a little bit better, and we didn't. And the third one was a PK, some kind of mystery PK. I don't know what happened or who took the kid down, but somehow the ref saw something that nobody else did in the stadium. And, the goalkeeper's not expected to make PK saves, although it would be a nice touch if she did, but it is what it is.
Sorry, Max, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Max Underhill of WRHU. Coach, you had a lot of success on corner kicks today and set pieces. Can you kind of explain that success?
Yeah, it's a strange one because Toby's teams are usually pretty organised on set pieces. So either we were really good at them, or it was a typical 15-month break, and the pre-season's been a shorter one for us as well as for Stony Brook. So the preparation on set pieces is probably the last thing you kind of touch on in a regular pre-season. You have a couple of days to work on that. Neither teams probably had that this year. I'm fortunate enough that I've got some veteran players who know what we try and do on set pieces. The services from Sabrina Bryan and Miri Taylor were outstanding. And whenever Port's involved in that 6-yard box, she's going to get on end of it. She reads the ball and fly like no other college player I've seen at Hofstra. So you add those three things on set pieces and good things are going to happen.
Carlos, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Carlos Silva from WRHU. Can you speak a little bit about how important it was for you and your team to get this first win of the season after such a long layoff and what it means to your team's momentum?
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly can't answer that question until we play the next game. it was good to get a home game. It was good and exciting for the team to get the chance to play. And I just thought overall, beating Stony Brook is always a positive, especially from Hofstra's perspective. So, yeah, it was good to get the win. But with a veteran team, we almost know that even a loss, the way our experience is, and our staff, we've got about 3 million years of experience amongst us as a coaching staff. We're not going to panic anyway. So yes, it's good for momentum. It's good to take off where we left off, and hopefully we can maintain this moving forward for FDU on Thursday.
Mike, go ahead.
So, Coach, you guys debuted 2 freshmen today, Louise Hayden and Julie Lind. Obviously, Hayden had that amazing assist on the goal from Taylor. But what else did you see from your freshmen today that you maybe liked, maybe didn't like?
Well, Julie's an unbelievable athlete, and she covers a lot of ground, and she's going to really blossom into our fourth forward rotation where she pressures well. And a lot of what we do is predicated on our high press and our defensive unit from the 3 forwards. And she fits that mold very well. And I think she's going to just keep blossoming. Louise is almost, playing a centre-back role as your first collegiate game is always tough. And I thought she handled herself very well. I think she's unbelievably composed and confident on the ball. I think there's a couple of times we can work on a couple of situations. I think she can be a bit more demanding, a bit more commanding in that back 4. But she's a freshman. She's playing with some juniors and seniors back there, and sometimes you feel a bit intimidated to take control. But she's got the quality, and she will be a very, very good player for Hofstra.
Excuse me, sorry, I was on mute. Max, do you have a question for Coach?
Yeah. So hi, Coach. How did you feel about your back line play today?
Yeah, again, I think Stony Brook had 4 chances all game, which, considering it's the first game of the year and different conditions, it's very cold. 4 chances in a 90-minute game is pretty good. Are there places where we can improve? Most definitely. The defending set pieces, we need to get better at. A bit more aggression to attack the ball, we need to get better at. But I honestly thought Lily Savitsky was our best player today. I thought she really did a fantastic job stepping when she needed to, defending when she needed to, keeping possession. So in that regard, I thought considering the layoff, we did a solid job. Is there a bit to work on? No doubt, and we will do. And it starts from the front 3, and we'll work on our defensive shape and pressure and recognition when we get through the season.
Any more questions for Coach? Coach, up next, you have Fairleigh Dickinson. It's a night game this time. You think it's cold today. It might be pretty cold next week, but what do you think you're going to see from your team against Fairleigh Dickinson? It was a tight game last year, right after the Stony Brook game. So just speak on that a little bit.
Yeah, again, it's a really surreal season. We really can't do as much scouting as we normally do. We really don't know as much preparation as we usually do. Eric Teepee does a fantastic job, an outstanding job with FDU, and they've kind of become a dominant force in the NEC. And they're either there or runners up each year for the last 3-4 years. So we know that we're going to come across a well-organised, coached, aggressive team. And that's what they are. Are they as talented as us? Probably not, because of what we've got returning. But as we've seen in many regards, it doesn't matter about that. It's about the team who are willing to be disciplined and organised, who take the chances, and that's what we'll experience with FDU. He's going to have them coached. He's going to watch today and probably look at our weaknesses and try and execute against those weaknesses. And it's our job to avoid those moving forward. And I think with with the experience of our team, we'll be able to do it, and we'll start clicking a little bit more, and we'll start playing a little bit more aggressively moving forward.
Can't wait, Coach. Does anybody have any more questions for Coach Ridioff? Okay, everybody, thank you so much for joining, and Coach, congratulations on the win. Everyone enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Thank
You,
you.
Coach.